Hi everyone, Stepan here, finally a game. Okay, I've been waiting for at least 20 minutes. Okay, French. Okay, I'll accept the French. I love playing against the French. Play knight f6. No, you should have played knight f6. E takes or queen takes. Make a choice. Okay, e takes is fine. I'm gonna go knight f3 and bishop b5 check. This is, I think, the most complex Tarrasch French you can choose to play as black, because you get into an IQP position in which, unless you have excellent control over e4, you're just gonna be worse. So okay, bishop b5 seems okay. If a6, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna give up my bishop and maybe even play queen e2, I'm not sure. I like this idea, even though it's uncommon, to take on c6, because then e5 is harder to control and any c5 leaves the pawn isolated and weak. And if queen e7, I think I go queen e2, king e2, rook e1, king f1. I don't mind keeping this pin, I don't mind trading the queens off. So yeah, I'll just go queen e2 and take with the king. I think this is a slight advantage for white. I think the position is very pleasant, and I can always try to round up the d-pawn. I can also take on c5, but I'm waiting for the bishop to be developed. Taking on c5 straight away is a loss of tempo. So now I can play dc5, bishop c5, knight b3, followed by c3. So dc5, if knight d4 check, I can take with the knight, and that's fine. dc5, if... yeah, I'm playing dc5, I mean, why not? And then I'll continue with rook e1. I know I'm developing my opponent's bishop, but I'm playing against knight d4. Now knight d4 fails to knight takes d4, and on bishop c5 I have knight db3. Or I can also take on c6, I guess. I like this position. I mean, this is my favorite type of position. So if knight d4, bishop d4, bishop d7 seems okay. Rook e1. Maybe I go knight b3 immediately. Knight b3, knight d4 loses. Knight b3, bishop b6, rook e1 seems fine. Knight b3, yeah, knight b3. Although I am giving away control over e4, so maybe not knight b3. Maybe I go rook e1. Because if my opponent castles queenside, then bishop d7 is still with check. So yeah, let's play rook e1. I'm not too afraid of d4. Because I think knight b3, bishop moves, takes on d4, just wins a pawn. Okay, now knight b3, bishop b6, knight d4 seems fine to me. Also king f1 seems okay. Okay, I'm gonna play king f1 first, just to make sure there are no tricks with knight d4 or knight b4. If knight b4, I think I take and go knight c5. Because on knight c5, knight c2... Sorry, knight b3, because on... Okay. Moot point. My opponent's gonna get control over e4. I don't like that. And if I play c3, then d4, bishop c6, bishop c6. I mean, I can do that, but I think I lose the pawn in the end. So knight b3, knight e4. I also have knight e5 once I take on c6. That's also interesting. I feel I should play knight b3 first, to make sure I can develop my bishop to f4 if my opponent plays king b8, and to see where the bishop goes. Because if the bishop leaves d2, I may have bishop c6, rook... sorry, if the bishop leaves the diagonal, I may have rook e7. So, do I have rook e7? Bishop c6, rook e7. Man, I may also have bishop g5. This is a very interesting position. The only thing I'm slightly worried about is knight b4. And knight e4. So bishop g5 or c3? If bishop g5, knight b4. Bishop d7 is forced. Rook d7. Bishop f6, gf6 is forced. I can play rook e2, but then on rook e8 and rook ae1, there may be knight takes a2, but I have c3. Okay, I like bishop g5. I'm gonna play bishop g5. Is there bishop takes f2, king f2, knight e4? No, there isn't. Is there knight e4 immediately? Bishop d8, knight f2? No. On bishop f2 I take on e4. I mean, could my pieces be any more perfect? Two active bishops, two good knights, the rook's coming to d1. Seems like a pleasant position. Also, knight g4 was a threat, I just realized, so bishop g5 was perhaps necessary. Well, c3, knight g4, I could have played knight d4, setting up a blockade. Next move I want to go c3, now that I've prevented knight e4. If my opponent plays h6, I take. And I go c3. And I may even take on c6 and play rook e7. Too many pleasant options. This is game 17. And last game I won, but the two games before that I got absolutely smashed. If you haven't seen them, you should. I think they were both very instructive. One in the Caro-Kann and one in the Queen's Gambit, where I had white. And the last game I just won immediately because my opponent played f4 against the Caro-Kann in the advanced variation, just giving up all the squares. Although I did miss a win earlier, I won with the same pattern like 3 moves later than that should have happened. I don't know what my opponent should do. It's a tough position for him, I think. It's not easy to make a move here. Probably rook h e8. Probably. But then again, what does that achieve? Because I'm just gonna go c3 and knight d4, and I'll have a perfect position. If my opponent goes, yeah, so now c3 and everything's defended. I love my position now. After c3, my position is amazing. 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 The knight on f6 is pinned. The d-pawn has been successfully blockaded. No issues whatsoever. I don't have to take on f6 straight away. I'm keeping the pin. The knight mustn't move because the rook's now hanging and has no square to go to. Okay, that I'm gonna take. I definitely take. Because my knight... Oh, he takes with the pawn. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't I have knight e5? Knight e5, there may actually be knight e4. No, there's no knight e4. Knight e5, knight g4, I take. Knight e5, bishop e6, knight takes c6. Knight e5, bishop f5. Yeah, why shouldn't I play knight e5? Knight e5, how does my opponent defend? I don't see a good defense, so I'm playing knight e5. Knight e5, bishop f2. I have bishop takes f6. Wait. Knight e5, bishop f2. Knight e5, bishop f2. King f2. Knight e4 check. Rook takes e4, d takes e4. Bishop takes d8. Yeah, that works. I'm playing knight e5. Although there's an exchange sack, my opponent can play rook e5, bishop f2, and I cannot take. I mean, I don't have to take. Yeah, I think taking with the pawn was very dubious. Because now I'm threatening knight f7, just winning the exchange. Or actually, rook e1, rook e8 would win the exchange to knight d6, so the rook would have to move to f8. Or, I guess, to g8. Very unpleasant. Is there a way out of this, even? I don't see a way out. I say that, and every time I say that, I've missed something, so let's not be hasty. But for now, I don't see anything black could do. Black cannot defend c6 and f7. Okay, that's... I can just take. So takes on f7. Rook e1 is the only move. Rook e1, and then rook f8 or g8 are the only moves. Yeah, I'm taking. And this also blocks in the bishop, so... Now the bishop's bad. My opponent has to take on e1. There's no alternative, I just take on d8. Also, why c5? What's the point? If you're gonna give up material, you may as well play king c7, improving your position. I don't get c5 at all. Rook f8 or rook g8, those are the only two moves. And then my knight just comes back to e5. Okay. Oh, is there knight g4? Ooh, this could be scary. I think I may take the knight with my bishop. But is my... Okay, my knight isn't trapped. So if I play bishop f6, rook f7, I save my bishop. If bishop f6, gf6, then I have knight h6. Yeah, I'm taking that. I don't want to allow knight e4 or knight g4. Wait, knight h6. Is there f5? Man, there may be f5. Oh no, I can play rook e7. Can I play rook e7? Rook e7, c4, knight d4, bishop c5. Scary. But I can gain a... No, I cannot gain a tempo. My god. Did I trap my knight? Knight h6, f5, followed by rook f6. I have knight g8, knight e7 check. Maybe. Ooh, I should have calculated this more thoroughly. Okay, I'm playing knight h6, and on f5 I actually have rook e7. Okay. Knight h6, I have rook e7 on f5. I don't know what that does. I don't understand a5. What does a5 do? How does my opponent defend the h7 pawn? My opponent wants to go c4 and activate the bishop, I guess, or play d4. Yeah, I'm just playing rook e7. Why wouldn't I? If my opponent goes rook h8, I have knight f7. I think I'm just gonna be 2 pawns up. Because on rook h8 I have knight f7, the rook moves knight d6 check. Maybe there's king c7. Maybe. We will see. My knight is loose, I don't like that. I wish my opponent played king c7 here. I would go knight f5, saving my knight. My opponent played a5 and c5, closing down his own bishop. I'm not a big fan of that. And also weakening the 7th rank. Whenever you move the pawns in front of your king and nothing's guarding the 7th rank, then you could be in trouble. Yeah, now my knight is safe. When I take on h7, my rook defends the knight and controls the 7th rank. And the bishop doesn't really have easy access to f5 or g8, so my rook cannot be evicted. I think we're good. I would say this is a winning position. But let's not be hasty. Oh, now my opponent can defend with bishop b5, bishop d3. That's a good idea. But on bishop b5, I think I play c4. c4 pawn takes. Doesn't work. King g1? King g1 seems scary because there's rook e8. King e1? I'm tempted to play king e1. I don't want my king in the corner. Yeah, I think I should play king e1. Because if I don't play king e1, then on king g1 my opponent has king d8, but then I may have rook b7. So king g1, king d8, rook b7, rook e8 check, rook e8. I obviously cannot take on b6 because of rook e1 mate, but I could play g3. Then my opponent is forced to play rook e6, defending the bishop. Okay, I'm playing king g1. I'm expecting king d8. And I'm thinking king d8, rook b7, rook e8, g3, rook e6. And I think that's fine for me. If you remember the game I lost a couple of games ago, it was similar to this. I had a choice with my king, whether to take with the king or with the rook. And I didn't take enough time. Now I think I did take enough time. The thing is, c4 or d4 don't really work, because I shut down one of the bishops, or both of them. On c4 the light squared bishop is shut down, and on d4 I play c4, shutting down both bishops. Okay, nice. I'm very happy to see this move now, and I'm in no trouble at all. It's just that I'm not sure if I should take on h7. Maybe I play knight f5 first and play for the d6 square. Maybe. Because my opponent is threatening bishop a5, bishop d2, followed by bishop c4, or if I move my knight, just bishop c4. So I'm gonna have to be slightly careful about that. I can also play b3, securing my c-pawn, making sure there's no trouble there. Oh, actually no, that doesn't work. I have knight e4, knight d6 check, if bishop c4. Okay, so what's my opponent's plan? I take on h7 and then my opponent plays rook e8, I guess? But then I take on b5. And then on rook e1 I have knight f1. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I am gonna take. Yeah, there's knight f1, unfortunately. He didn't see that there's knight f1. I'm gonna have to give up this knight on e3, but I don't think that's a big deal. So knight f5, d2, knight e3. I'm in time to defend. Okay, I did not see all of this. I got lucky, I have to say. Or, I mean, I saw something, but I haven't calculated properly. Okay, my opponent's threatening bishop b6, followed by bishop takes knight. That is scary. That's scary. So let's pin that bishop. Rook h8. So if g3, bishop b6, king g2, bishop e3, knight e3, there's rook e3, fe3, and d1 queen. So I have to pin the bishop. I may actually have to give up the exchange. Okay, we have to pin the bishop. There's no alternative. Instead of g3, I think I play f3, king f2. Oh, I didn't even consider this. Okay, I'm losing. Let's calculate. ba3, c3, b6, c2, rook d8. No, b7 first. So b8-3, c3, b6, c2, b7 check. Okay. I think that's my only hope. Maybe there's no hope. Yeah, I don't think I have a single move here. I thought knight c4 worked, but it doesn't work because my opponent queens the d-pawn. What do I do? I don't want to resign. Yeah, I don't stand the chance. I'll play b7. It's game over. How did I mess it up so badly? Did that combination really work? I saw it until knight f1, and then I thought my opponent that I got lucky that everything worked, but apparently I didn't get lucky. It worked for my opponent. That's the correct move. Although I wonder how my opponent beats me. I mean, I have to take. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna... Okay, there's just rook e2. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, there's rook e2. It's knight versus queen. I mean, I have to keep fighting because there could be forks. I'm not gonna resign. I'm down. I have 2 knights for rook and queen. I've never been down so much material. I mean, of course it's winning for black, but it's not at all clear to me what happens after rook f2 or queen f2. How do you proceed? And I mean, you could go badly wrong. You could play king b6 here, I guess. So should I just defend once? Maybe. I shouldn't have played h4. Why did I play h4? What was that? What was this? What am I doing? Oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. I want to play knight f5. Maybe this is disrespectful. Maybe I should just resign. But I'm playing on. I may as well take the exchange. This is the only safe square I can see. Because I have to be able to play knight g3. Yeah. My opponent's just destroying me. Yeah. Okay. I think I will resign now. There's no point. I really wonder... I really wonder about this whole combination. So, let's see. Wait, a5 was the best move? You gotta be kidding me. This worked? Okay. So my opponent played... Wow. One bad move. In... 40? Okay. Good game. Wait a minute. So all of this worked. How did he see all of that? So, let's see. Best move. Best move. Inaccurate. Inaccurate. Oh no, actually, it's fine. Best move. Best move. Best move. Best move. Best move. Best move. Okay, he didn't play the best move here, but that's still fine. Yeah. He saw all of that. My opponent saw all of that. How much time did he take for rook e8? No time at all. Come on, you have to be kidding me. How do you see all of that? How do you see all of that with a second? That's crazy. How can you see all of that? Am I so bad? Is my opponent so good? How did he had to see everything. That's crazy to me. I wish I was this good. Okay, congratulations to my opponent. I mean, I had completely misevaluated this idea. My opponent had one bad move. And that bad move was rook e2. That's the only bad move? Rook e2. Draw? Oh, I could have taken the queen? Oh, I could have taken the queen. I didn't even see that. I could have taken the queen. Yeah, never mind. My opponent deserved to win this game. It wouldn't have been fair to hang a queen like that. I didn't even see that I could take the queen. This is his only bad move. This is the only bad move. Everything else was perfect. How do I run into these guys who play perfectly? That's crazy. Okay. I have to keep going. Wish me luck for the next game. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.